As the opioid epidemic continues to take a toll on rural America, the nation's two largest farm organizations have teamed up to help those struggling with addiction. The Minnesota Farm Bureau Foundation is in Washington this week, highlighting their community efforts using the Farm Town Strong initiative. Director Ruth Meirick joins us now for an update from Washington, D.C. And Ruth, thanks for sitting down with us today. So why has the Minnesota Farm Bureau focused on the opioid crisis in farm country?
Well, the Minnesota Farm Bureau felt that it was really important to get involved in the opioid crisis based on the information that was gathered through the survey that the National Farmers Union and the American Farm Bureau did. And once we looked at that information, we felt that we needed to address this as a safety issue in our communities. What we found out was that 3 out of 4 farmers said they could access prescription meds without a prescription. And also 3 out of 4 farmers said that if we can help reduce the stigma and bring resources to our communities, that we can help. So we posed ourselves exactly to do just that and bring that information and have those conversations within our county farm bureaus and within our communities. And we are making a difference in Minnesota.
Tell us a little bit more about what partners you've found both internally as well as externally to work with.
Well, in Farm Bureau, we have this wonderful structure set up that we can be local, state, and national in scope. So the Minnesota Farm Bureau works with our county farm bureau. So we think internally, let's link with our county farm bureaus. And they can work with their community leaders. We've provided resources for them to have meetings within their own local communities. Besides internally, we think of within our state, we think of the Minnesota Law Enforcement Association, the Minnesota Board of Realtors, and we've also partnered with those on a national scope or externally outside of the organization. We've worked with organizations called Rally and Rally Cares. We've had the Code 3 trailer, which is another organization based out of Maryland, come into our home state in Minnesota. And that's actually a mobile trailer that simulates a teenager's bedroom and gives you all the indicators that your child might be dealing with an opioid epidemic. So,
Ruth,
by partnering, partnering with lots of different organizations, we're able to make good, comprehensive decisions and bring resources and solutions.
What projects exactly have you guys focused on, and what kind of success have you seen? Have you seen some results?
Absolutely. So we've done a lot of different types of projects, from media campaigns to newspapers to community meetings, sitting down with legislators, law enforcement, pharmacists, veterinarians, and really having comprehensive conversations. Really bringing information and resources to our local communities has been our most successful. We know that farmers and ranchers need to be at the table helping with this epidemic, and we have done just that. And now we're trying to encourage other state farm bureaus and other agricultural organizations to get involved with this. Our rural communities are hurting, and we have an epidemic in our rural communities. We know statistically that is true, and that the opioid epidemic is impacting our rural communities at higher levels than our urban communities. Agriculture needs to be involved in this issue, and I challenge all of my people to get out there that are involved in agriculture to be talking about it.
All right. Well, they can learn more by going online to farmtownstrong.org. Again, Minnesota Farm Bureau Foundation Director Ruth Meirick joining us from Washington this morning. Thank you for your time.